Well, appreciate your guys' time as always, man. I know you guys got a lot of things going on, and always appreciate you guys' time taking time to cover our team as always. Thank you, Jesus, for an opportunity just to be here, man, coach our team. I live with a heart of gratitude because every day I walk in our building, I'm around our players, I'm around our staff. I get to walk in, I think, one of the best facilities, North End Zone. I work for the best athletic director. I'm open about these things, but I say that because I'm so grateful and thankful to be here. So we just finished really fall camp, right? Fall camp scrimmage number 2 just happened. Some really good competition. Our guys have battled, man. We've turned the heat up on this camp from obviously playing fast, playing smart, playing together, how we tackle, the physicality work in the fronts, and it's been good. We've grown. We still got a lot of things to clean up. There was some sloppiness today in the scrimmage that needs to get fixed. But overall, man, there was some really good execution. We had some really big-time explosive plays as an offense. That was awesome to see. We had some really good things our defense did. There was really good back and forth. To start the scrimmage, our blue offense went down and scored, which is great. We got to start fast as an offense. On the flip side, in a scrimmage, we have to start much faster as a defense. And then our defense did some good things later on in the scrimmage too, making some plays. There was a pick 6 in the scrimmage, an interception, and a 2-minute drill. So there was some really good back and forth. A lot to improve on, a lot to grow in. We got some guys banged up in the scrimmage that we'll look and see kind of what that is. That's what happens when you play a lot of live reps and you play football. We understand the reality of what this game is. But overall, in all 3 phases, I'm excited where we are. I think everybody is at some point after scrimmage number 2. We're going to go hike Table Rock after this. It's a huge moment for our team. Sing the fight song. And then obviously we transition to really bonus week for Oregon starting next week. So we'll start scout teams and we'll still do a good amount of good on good, which is our defense versus our offense, just to make sure we continue to grow as a team. But we'll transition into Oregon next week. But proud of where our team is at, proud of our staff. There's a lot of things that we made changes to this fall camp to elevate our program. And I'm excited where we're heading. We got a lot of work to do. Got to watch the film on some of the intricacies of what it is. But excited where we're heading to. We got a lot of work.
Who had the pick 6?
Jacob Arbuckle had a pick 6. We had some young guys out there playing, which is really good. The 2-minute end to half, Roman Tillman had the 2-minute interception in the 2-minute drill, which is he's been doing some really good things at nickel for us. So that was exciting to see.
And what about some of the big plays offensively?
Rashawn Jones had a big-time catch for a touchdown. Maddox had some big-time throws. He's been playing at a high level as he needs to, as we've talked about. Dylan Riley had some good runs. Sire Gaines had some good physical runs down there, especially in the goal line area. Matt Wagner had a big-time catch on 3rd down. Keem Wright had a big-time catch on the sideline in a scramble drill situation. On the flip side, defensively, Bolin Phillips has some big-time tackles, man. Space tackles. He's been playing at a high level this fall camp. Jay and Max on the edges are continuing to put a really good fall camp together. Rico Washington continues to be a guy that shows up on defense and honestly shows up on special teams as well. Our offensive line continues to grow and develop and does some really good things. So those are kind of the 30,000-foot view, BJ. If you guys have any other intricate questions, we can answer those too.
How's kicker going?
Yeah, it's a competition right now. Kanan Moore's getting the blue reps right now, and he's doing a solid job. We're gonna compete for all positions in our specialist room. We'll name whoever that's gonna be going into game week. Next week, though, we're gonna continue to compete and on purpose shuffling some things around just because we got to perform at a higher level and be more consistent than we have been in the specialist room, especially really just that field goal kicker. That's the biggest one.
What's Kanan been doing to get those blue reps?
Yeah, we chart everything, we look at it all, and he's been doing some really good things. And so we're gonna give him an opportunity to show what he's got. We're gonna keep it rolling.
Spencer, I can answer this one or not, but you said you made some changes going into this fall camp. Do you have like a most significant one that you feel coming out of fall camp that you made?
Yeah, I think just making sure, one, the tackling piece. We did a lot of live tackling this camp. That's something we knew going in. We need to be a team. We're veteran at some positions, but overall we're a younger team, right? Me and JD have talked like a year from now, we're going to have 17-ish starters back, right? I understand the landscape, but just in regards to where we're at. So we need to tackle. We need to break tackles. We need to see who can do that. We need more. We don't got a lot of players on our team that guy's had 1,000 reps of college football. We don't have that, and that's okay. This team is hungry, man. We were all out to practice. Every one of our guys are out there way before even the time we tell them to be there, right? Like, there's an urgency and an edge about this group that I love, but I'm proud of them. We played a lot of live football this fall camp, and it's helped us. Obviously, with that, guys get a little bit banged up. I get that, but our guys have played football at a high level, and then just turning up the competition. Every day we'll do competition drills where it's one-on-one. It's receiver versus DB, and the whole team's watching. It's pass rush, and we do that at least for 10 minutes a day throughout practice just to highlight, okay, even if you're not being tested in the team period, we need to see that corner and that receiver who can compete. What about the left guard and the defensive tackle? And we chart all those things. We see them all. We chart effort grades all fall camp. And to start out, okay, to be in the green, which is okay, it was a little bit lower. As we go through fall camp, to be in the green, which is okay for us in effort, we've had to ranch that up now. And so our team is playing really, really hard.
Are the effort grades something new? And I think it was Chins that was saying there's not a lot of black and white there. It is like you either pass or you fail.
Yeah, that's new this fall camp. It's something that we installed this fall camp, and it's yes or no. And there's nothing to do with technique. It's nothing to do with was it a mental error. Did you play hard for 4 to 6 seconds? And that's why even in practice, when the whistle blows, there's a flag that goes up. So even on film, we know exactly when that play is over. There's no gray area. Did you play 4 to 6 seconds of violence? From the receiver to the nose guard. And it's charting. I go through every position the team needs. The only thing I chart, linebackers, not good enough. Have to improve, too low, next guy. And I go through the whole roster every single day. And it is really cool to see our guys continue to grow that. Now, there's a lot of greens up there. To start, it was a little hit or miss. But our team's playing really, really hard.
Is Stu the starting center, or where's Steele kind of factoring?
Yeah, they've been competing. So Jason and Stu have gone back and forth. Even in the scrimmage, we had some go with the Blues, then we'd flip-flop. Right now, that's a position of competition.
With those effort grades, I know you talk to a lot of coaches around the country. Is there someone that kind of inspired that? Was that your idea? How'd that all come about?
Yes, Willie Fritz at Houston brought it up to me. Yeah, he was a phenomenal coach. Think the world of him. And we talked about it. I talked about playing fast, and that our biggest thing is I want to be a team that plays harder and more physical than anybody in the country. And we just talked. He talked through some things he liked. I talked through some things that we were doing. And when he talked about the effort grades, I thought it was a great idea. So, I stole it from him.
2 weeks to go. What are you most confident in right now, and what would you think still needs the most work?
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Very confident in, like we've talked about, just our team's going to play hard. Like I know that. Our team's going to play physical. I know that. There's mental errors that got to get fixed. There's some operation things that got to get fixed. There's some communication that still needs to improve. There's some plays that still need to be made, especially in space. But our team's going to play hard. We're going to be physical. We got to clean up now the little details of execution, because I told her, we talked the other day, motivation's not going to win football games. It's not going to be this rah-rah speech in the locker room. It's going to be execution. And you're not going to win every battle, but you got to win the war. And that's every one rep at a time, imposing your will. And we're getting closer, but we got to continue to improve the execution.
You mentioned a slower start by the defense. Any takeaways from the offensive line?
Yeah, they did a great job. I mean, the line of scrimmage was won by the offensive line to start the scrimmage. And then obviously later in the scrimmage, the defense then imposed their will and had some TFLs. But to start the scrimmage, our offensive line, I mean, there's multiple explosive runs, or a couple 4 big 5-yard runs, especially down by the red zone. So our offensive line did a great job to start the scrimmage.
Do you have a right tackle, like a leader there? What's that battle looking like?
Yeah, we're still working through that too, BJ. I mean, obviously, Lou and JT have been competing this fall camp. Lou did some really good things today, and we'll kind of see where it is, continue to go.
Talking about position battles, you brought up Jericho a little bit earlier. Just what have you seen out of him this fall camp? And then how pleased are you with the ongoing competition back there, in the secondary? Yeah,
Jericho's done some good things, man. I mean, he's a football guy. What does that mean? I mean, he loves football. He loves studying the game. I don't think he's missed a rep of anything since he's been here. Spring ball, summer conditioning. I mean, Jericho Washington plays football, man, and he does at a high level. Like I said, he's been our SWAT team player of the week. He got a shout out from Coach Collins again after the scrimmage for making plays, and then he's making a lot of really good plays at practice too. Even on Thursday in a 2-minute drill, he had a PBU that turned into be an interception that won the game for the defense. Right? He's making plays. He's a football guy, low ego, high output. He's got a smile on his face. I mean, he's a culture guy. He pours into this team, and it's like he's been here for multiple years.
I think I heard pound for pound, he might be. He threatened to be the strongest guy.
He's strong. I don't know his exact numbers off the top of my head, but I know he's a strong dude now, but it matters to him. How he eats, how he trains, it matters to him. I mean, him, Sherrod, Jaden, Mickey, those 3 at corner. It's really, really good competition right there.
Last year, you guys went 6 deep at times at defensive tackle.
Yeah.
How deep are you guys right now? Do you anticipate being 5-6 deep, or where is the defensive tackle rotation?
Yeah, Nate, that's a point of emphasis right now to figure out who are those 5, who are those 6, right? Right now in front of you, I think Mikhail Edwards and David Latu are our starters. I think they've done a really good job this fall camp. Both play at a high level. Still some consistency that needs to improve. After that, there's some guys that did some good stuff. It's just too inconsistent. So who is going to be 3 and 4? Who's going to be 5 and 6? But who really 3, 4, and 5? Those top 5 are going to be pivotal. Lopez has done some good things. Got to be more consistent. Same with Michael Maudry. Same with, I can keep going. Ryder Swanson's done some good things, but has to be more consistent. So right now, I like the 2, but we obviously know we're going to rotate a lot, especially at that position. And we got to figure, that's going to be my call to the defensive front, like who's going to be 3 and 4 and 5. It's open, but I got to see more consistency from him.
What's the lead system, the composition of linebacker?
Bowen Phelps has had a great fall camp. Jake Ripp has been sidelined with a hamstring. He's going to be back this week, so it'll be good. Logan Brantley's back, so he's been doing some really good things. That's still a position to see, how's that going to work out? Mana's done a good job, but there's still Sincere's done some good things, some inconsistency. When Logan and Rip got banged up and missed some days of practice, it kind of changed some of the things. We were able to get some other guys reps. So at that point, Bowen Phelps, love where he's at. He's going to be one of our best players on defense. But who is the Mike and who's going to be the third guy that can rotate? And I've got no problem having 3, where one guy knows Mike and Will and can rotate. If 3s are what we got, we'll play 3.
Have you seen enough from Ben Ford to feel like he'll be ready to go for Oregon?
I feel really confident that he will be, BJ. I cannot say 100%. I'm confident that it's going to be really close. But, he played in live practice the other day. We were smart with him today in the scrimmage. But as of right now, I feel really confident he's going to be ready for Oregon. There's still some stuff we got to work through, though.
Would that maybe be like in a limited role, or is there a chance he could be out there?
Oh, if he goes, we're going. We're not doing anything in a limited role.
You mentioned Mikhail as a starter. What's he done since he got here, and how impressed have you been with just the way he's transitioned to this level of football?
Yeah, he's very, very intentional with everything he does. If you guys watch our pre-practice install with our defense, watch Mikhail Edwards, how he gets in the stance, he's on a trash can a lot of times because we're doing walkthrough, how his pad level is. If he's not in, he's going through the exact footwork. We want to harp on those things. That comes natural to him, and that's why he's been on the rise. He's violent, he's explosive, and his consistency's grown a lot this fall camp.
We talk a lot about Rashawn as a true freshman. How about true freshman tight end Brown? And how much fun has it kind of been to just see what he's capable of? Maybe it seems like you've put him in some situations lately. Keave
Brown's going to be a really good football player here. Really, he's going to play a lot as a true freshman. He had a big catch today. He's going to make big time catches. We put him in there. He's going against Jaden Virgin Morgan, a senior. I think one of the better edge players around, and he's fighting his tail off. He might lose the rep, but he straps his helmet right back up and goes again. He's got a great mentality. Coach Udy does a really good job with him. He's going to be a really, really good football player.
Is he as violent as his parents?
I'm going to plead the fifth. I don't know how to answer that one, but he obviously has it genetically. Yep, correct.
We talked a lot about the tackling and all the effort you guys have put in since the end of last season. Can you tell that it's going to be way better, or do you need to see it against Oregon? Or
yeah, we got to see it game 1, BJ. Just like anything, guys. I'll be honest with you. This time last year, I didn't feel I was confident that we'd be a good tackling team, right? As a coach, you have to do everything in your power to field the best product. We obviously were one of the worst tackling teams in the country last year, so obviously I did not do a good job. So we made changes. Do these changes work? How we tackle in scrimmages looks really good. When we go live, you guys come to our practices. I think we're tackling well. We'll see game 1 against Oregon if it's paid off.
Was there anything you saw today in the QB2 battle?
Yeah. It's going to be Max Cupforth. Yeah, Max Cupforth is really solidified himself as the number 2. And going in, we know, Max is doing some really good things. Cash is very, very talented, just needs to continue to be consistent, needs to operate the offense at a higher level to be able to be the backup quarterback. He's very talented. His future is really, really bright here, but it's going to be Maddox number 1 and Max number 2.
Will all 4 of those guys travel, though? Or?
Yeah, we usually travel 4. Off the top of my head, BJ, yeah, we should. We'll definitely travel 3. I think we travel 4.
big part of your identity on offense is obviously running the football. What have you seen out of both Dylan and Sire as they transition and being upperclassmen now?
Yeah, they've had great fall camps. I mean, not only just in running the football, their pass protection has been great. I mean, they'll stand linebackers up right in the hole. When we go live, they're cutting. I mean, we're playing real football with them, and they're doing it at a high level, catching the ball in the backfield. Dylan and Saya both have made explosive plays in the pass game, and they're just buying into what we do. And they both are huge roles on special team. I mean, Dylan Riley's going to go run down and make big plays on kickoff. That's the mentality here. And, I mean, they're just continuing to elevate their game. I think they're going to be two of the better ones.
What did you learn about managing two running backs versus the year before where you kind of just gave it to Ashton every single time? What did you learn last year that can help you this year?
Yeah, I think it's just, we got to do a really good job understanding the plays that we're going into the game with, which ones can do them really well, but then also being able to play the hot hand too, because we need to get them in rhythm too. It can't be one play, we got to get them in rhythm. I think Coach J-Mo has a really good plan. It's been good seeing it performed in the scrimmage too, seeing Dylan get his plays, then Cy come in and get his plays, but it's personnelling it, but then also, who's the hot hand? Because they're both going to be able to run the entire offense. Who's the hot hand and who's really getting it done? And then we're going to ride that.
Second scrimmage is in the books. How are you feeling about that 4 to 6 seconds after each snap?
Yeah, like we talked about, I think we're playing really hard. Obviously something we got to continue to look at. Off the top of my head, I think we played hard today in the scrimmage, but we will go back and evaluate every snap. Tomorrow we're going to come in and have a good amount of meetings to make sure we're getting this thing fixed. But overall, watching it, looking at the effort grades, our team's playing hard.
How about the violence in that segment?
Yeah, that's everything. I mean, we talk about effort. It's 4 to 6 seconds of bounce. So even if it's not just running, right? If I turn down a hit, if I don't finish a block, if I get blocked and I shouldn't be, loaf, unacceptable. So it's all encompassing in the 4 to 6 seconds of bounce, and that goes from a receiver to a D tackle. That's a non-negotiable.
I know that you already had the 4-game rule, but how does the 5-and-5 rule change when you're looking at true freshmen and how to implement them in terms of special teams and stuff?
Yeah, BJ, it's all hands on deck now. I mean, if anybody can get a role, I might be a receiver, but can you get on kickoff because you're better than anybody else? Let's go. Right? Obviously, there's still going to be travel numbers that we have to be in. When it gets to obviously league, traveling to Oregon, it's all going to be from a cost standpoint, how many we can bring. But if guys bring value to the team, we're going to put them on the field. And I think that's awesome. And then there's no it leaves the gray out of it now. It leaves the gray out of, okay, well, I know we can maybe play on special teams. He can help us, but is it going to be enough for him to play his red shirt? Now it's, if you can help the team, because everybody's clock starts the second you walk on campus, all hands on deck.
Has anyone earned a job on kick return or punt return as the return guy?
Dylan Riley's done a really good job on kickoff return, right? So right now I feel confident in him being our starting kickoff return. Who's the backup kickoff return? It's still in question. Punt return wise, Jeremiah Lane's done a really good job, and we brought him here to be a punt returner. He has not been named the punt returning starter. We will name that here shortly. But I'll tell you what, he did a really good job today in the scrimmage.
Spencer, somebody that loves to rock black hoodie every day, asking for fashion advice here. What do you think of the helmet that was released this week for you guys?
Awesome.
I mean, not a lot of people out there doing hand-painted helmets. It does show a little bit of the innovation and creativity that Boise State's known for.
Yeah, we're cutting edge. We're different, right? Our blue now is celebrating the 40th year anniversary. Having a helmet that exemplifies that, but also having our state on the helmet, because I know I'm one of those. I didn't know anything about Idaho, but I knew about the blue. And it was a front porch. And now this community, this entire state has become home for us. I just think so much is encapsulated in that helmet. And we talked about as a team. We talked, obviously, even back in April when we slept on the blue, and that this is home, right? You protect what matters most to you. But, it's cutting edge. I know the buzz that came from it, as it should, because there's not a lot of teams that are doing that or have the forward thinking to do it. And that's hats off to our administration.
I think you switched a couple years ago and surprised them and did the hike up Table Rock after the scrimmage.
Yeah.
Why did you stick with that in terms of not doing it like tomorrow morning or whatever?
Yeah, it's all about just recovery, BJ. And so I've looked at I try to do a lot of things to throw our players off, to be honest. At this point, our players probably knew what was happening, right? Year 3 doing it. But just looking at our schedule, everything for me is planned on when we exert, when we got to recover, when we got to get their legs back after fall camp. Doing it tomorrow, we have done the past, but I want to get more days of recovery so we get their legs back, because these guys have been grinding the past 2 weeks. So a lot of it comes into play. I've thought about even maybe doing it in the summertime, like maybe after. I almost thought about doing it after Dex, to be honest with you. I probably might have got thrown in jail because someone might have got in trouble. But it's just something I want to throw guys off of there. I really also want to be smart with the recovery routine. That's why we do it today and not tomorrow.
What does that still what's the significance of that? You're no longer climbing the Mountain West, so to speak.
Yeah.
But what is it about finishing camp with that?
I just think I think so much about fall camp from a schedule standpoint is about creating momentum, right? Like, summer is creating momentum going into fall camp. Fall camp's creating momentum going into season. And finishing fall camp, instead of just ending in a scrimmage, get a break, have meetings, and go home, I just think there's so much that signifies the journey that we're on. I mean, it's not easy to hike up Table Rock. I know it might be for some, but we got some big dudes on our team. It's not easy, especially after a scrimmage. It's going to be hot. But then when you go up to the top, the cross is there. We're going to sing our fight song as a team. That's why we practiced it the past 2 weeks to make sure everybody knows it. There's a momentum piece to that where you fit. And we talked about this season as a whole, right? Game 1 for us is fall camp. We got to win that. We're going to watch the film to make sure we did. But there's a lot that signifies that for us. And so that's why we continue to do it. It's a huge moment for our team and hopefully a huge moment for our players to know you just did something really hard, but we still got another mountain to climb.